Hi guys, so for today we're going to be working on, sorry I have to get a pencil, some word problems. And I know word problems maybe are not the favorite for everybody, but if you guys just really stop and read and know what you've got, you can do a lot of this work. I am going to tell you one thing, on some of the word problems you might need to work backwards, okay? So especially for this first one, it says in a race, we've got the second place finisher crossed the line a third of a minute after the winner. The third place finisher was 1 3/4 minutes behind the second place finisher, and the third place finisher took 34 2/3 minutes. How long did the winner take? Okay, so I know I'm going to have to figure out my first place guy. I'm going to have to figure out my second place guy, his time. And then I already know that my third place guy, he took 34 2/3 of a minute. Okay, so I'm basically going to be working backwards here. And it says the third place finisher was 1 3/4 minutes behind the second place finisher. So I can figure out the second place finisher because I know that third place took 34 2/3 of a minute, and second place was 1 3/4 of a minute in front of them. So I'm going to subtract to figure out what that second place winner is. So when I look at this, first of all, I don't have common denominators. I've got 34 minus 1, but I want to check before I'm going to convert and make common denominators. I'm going to check before if I don't have to borrow or to be able to subtract. So I know that 12 is going to be my common denominator. And so I need to multiply this fraction by 4 and then this fraction by 3. So I'm going to get 34 8/12, and I'm going to subtract 1 9/12. And here is what I was talking about. I can't do 8 minus 9. So what I need to do is I need to borrow. So I'm going to borrow a 1 and turn that into 33. And because 12 is my denominator, I'm going to make that one whole that I borrowed, and I'm going to make it 12/12. So now I can add 12 plus 8 is going to be 20/12, and I can subtract 1 9/12. So now I can do 33 minus 1 is going to give me 32. 20 minus 9 is going to give me 11/12. Okay, so that I know that second place, his time was, oops, sorry, not 33, but 32 11/12 of a minute. So 32 minutes and 11/12. So now I need to figure out what is first place. So I'm going to take this 32 11/12, and I know that he was 1 1/3 minute after. So I'm going to take that 32 11/12, and I'm going to subtract that 1 1/3. Okay, I already know that 12 is my common denominator, so this fraction I'm just going to multiply it by 4. And I'm already looking, guys, I'm not going to have to borrow for anything, so it's going to be pretty simple to figure out this time. Minus 1 4/12. So I can do 32 minus 1 is 31, and then 11 minus 4 is going to be 7/12. Okay, so his time, his first place was 31 7/12 of a, or 31 7/12 minute was first place. Okay, was first place. Now, you guys can actually, and I know it does not say this, but you guys can actually convert that and make that and figure out, well, how many seconds is this actually? So we already know that it's 31 minutes, and I can actually take 7/12 and convert it into minutes, or seconds, sorry, because I know that 60 seconds is going to be in 1 minute. So if I make this into 35/60ths, because I can multiply that by 12, or that by 5, and 12 times 5 gives me 60 because there's 60 seconds in a minute, this would be 35 seconds. So his time was 31 minutes and 35 seconds. Okay, you always can convert that into minutes, seconds, hours, anytime whenever you have that fraction. If you just make that denominator 60, because there's 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. Okay, number 2, it says John used 1 3/4 kilograms of salt to melt ice on his sidewalk. He then used another 3 4/5 on his driveway. If he bought 10 kilograms of salt, how much does he have left? So first what I need to do is I'm going to add these two together to find out how much he has. So if I know, so here's kind of that bar diagram. If I know he used 1 3/4 to do his sidewalk, he used 3 4/5 to do his driveway, I want to know how much he has left when all of this equals 10. So I'm going to add these two together. So I'm going to do 1 3/4 plus 3 4/5. And I already know, looking at this, that my common denominator is going to be 20. So I'm going to multiply this fraction by 5 and this fraction by 4. And I'm going to get 1 15/20 plus 3 16/20. When I add this together, I get 1 plus 3 is 4. And then I get 15 plus 16 is 31/20. However, I do not want to leave it like that. I want to do 31 divided by 20. And that is actually 11/20. So what I want to do is I want to add these two whole numbers together, which is going to be 5. And then it's what my fraction is left over, 11/20. So if he originally bought 10 kilograms of salt and he used 5 11/20, I'm just going to subtract these. This is where I can turn this 10 into a 9, and then I can create that 1 that I borrowed and turn it into a fraction to match that denominator, and then I can subtract it. Because 9 minus 5 is 4, and then 20 minus 11 is going to give you 9/20. Oh, is how much he has left. Okay, most of these are 2 steps. The first one was a 3-step because you had to kind of 3 steps with that. But you guys just need to sit, think, what do you have, what do you know, and then what can you do to solve it?